Hey everyone, it's Rochelle and welcome back to my channel. So this is the look I'm creating for you guys. If you would like to see how I achieve it, please continue to watch. Let's begin. The first thing I'm going to do is apply a primer all over my face. Today I'll be using the Tarte Smoothing Primer. I really love it because it minimizes the pores, it makes the skin look super nice and smooth, and it just makes my makeup lay really nicely. Next, I'll be taking the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette in the shade Medium Deep. I use the orange shade to cancel out my dark circles, so I apply it under my eyes. This is going to neutralize my skin and cancel out the dark circles, and also apply it on my blemishes. And then I use a damp beauty blender sponge to blend. Next, I'll be using the MAC Pro Longwear Foundation in the shade NC45, and I will be applying this all over my skin to give me a nice flawless coverage. I am obsessed with this foundation. I've been using this quite a lot, especially in the hot weathers, because it does last long throughout the day. And then I'm going to go back into the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette, and I'm going to grab the lighter shade. So I'm going to use that to highlight today. So I'm just going to apply it under my eyes and on my chin area, down my nose, the center of my forehead. So we're going to go ahead and do some highlighting. Now I do have a more detailed video on my foundation routine. If you want to see that video, please check it out. To set my foundation and my concealer into place, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder. This is in the shade C6, and I use my beauty blender sponge to apply as well. I just love using my beauty blender sponge to apply my foundation, my powders. I just feel like it gives a really nice airbrush smooth finish. Moving on to the brows, I'm going to take the Benefit Browsing Powder in the shade Dark Brown and outline my brows. I'm obsessed with using this product. I've been using it quite a lot lately, and I'm using an angled brush as well to fill in the brows. Also go in with a spoolie just to brush them, and then I'm going to go in with a concealer that is about maybe a shade lighter than my skin tone. Apply it under my brows just to give it a nice clean look and blend out that concealer as well. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to apply a concealer on my eyelid. This is going to act as a base for my eyeshadow. And then I also apply a bit of translucent powder as well, just to set and lock that concealer into place before we apply the eyeshadow. Next, I'll be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, which I am completely obsessed with, you guys. I'm loving these shades, and the first eyeshadow I'll be using is Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange mixed together, and I'm just gonna pop that into the crease using my Sigma E40 brush. I'm so obsessed with this palette, you guys. I've been using this palette so much ever since I got it. I just think these shades are just perfect. And then I'm gonna take the eyeshadow Realgar I can't even pronounce it, Realgar, and I'm going to pat that on the outer corner of the eyes, and it's just a really nice orange, very pigmented eyeshadow. And then we're going to go ahead and blend the eyeshadow. Now all the brushes I use will be listed in the description bar down below as well. Next, I'll be taking the eyeshadow Primavera, which is like a light golden champagne shade, and I'm gonna pat that right at the inner corner of the eyes, and not the inner corner, on the inner portion of the eyelid. And then I'm gonna pull it into the orange, and then of course we're gonna go ahead and blend the eyeshadows together to make them look really nice and seamless and nicely blended. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara to my lashes as well. So I'm just going to apply maybe a coat or two because I will be applying falsies. And then I'm going to go back into the palette, and I'm going to grab the eyeshadow Cypress Umber, which is like a dark brown. And I'm going to place that into the crease just to make the crease a little bit more defined. Moving on to false lashes, today I'll be using the Velour Lashes. I can't remember the name of these ones, but I will list it in the description bar down below. And I'm using the Thrive adhesive glue, so I'm just going to put it as close to the natural lash line as possible using a tweezer. I will be doing a lash tutorial very soon for you guys. For my brow bone highlight, I like to use concealer, so I'm just going to reapply the concealer under my brow bone, and I'm just going to blend it down a bit. I don't really like using eyeshadow as my brow bone highlight, but it's completely up to you. I just like the way the concealer looks. And then I'm going to go back into the palette and reapply the eyeshadow Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange into the crease. To clean up the outer corner of my eyes, I like to use concealer. So instead of doing the tape trick, I like to use concealer just to clean up the sides, make it look a little sharp, and then just go in with my beauty blender sponge just to blend out the harsh concealer line. Next, I'll be using the BeUTY Cosmetics Translucent Powder. I use this one quite a lot as well to set my highlight and bake my face. Sometimes I use the Laura Mercier or the Ben Nye, but I really love this one, you guys. It's very silky, smooth. It doesn't have any color to it, so it's just a white translucent powder. And I'm just going to apply it in the highlighted areas. Now, I don't leave it on for very long because I don't want under my eyes to feel dry. So I think I leave it on for about 2 minutes. And then I'm just going to go back in using my Smith 112 brush. As you can see, I dipped it into my Studio Fix powder, which is the same color as my skin tone, just to help dust away the white powder so it doesn't look, you know, ashy or cakey. Next, I'm going to go in with my MAC Fix Plus spray, and I'm going to literally drench my face with this, you guys. So this helps my skin to not look powdery and cakey. It just gives it a really nice, refreshed skin look. And then, you guys, I lost the clip where I did my contour and my blush, but I do have a highlight contour foundation video, so you can check that video out. It's pretty much the same technique. Now, I'm going to apply that same powder under my contour, and then I'm going to dust it away. Now moving on to highlight, I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Sun Dip. I'm obsessed with this product. I love it. You guys know I love to highlight, and I think this is perfect for deeper skin tone as well. The shades are just absolutely perfect. And I'm just going to apply the shade Bronze in Summer onto the highest point of my cheekbones. You guys, look at that freaking glow. Oh my gosh, like I'm obsessed. Now for the apples of my cheeks, I'm going to apply a little blush, and I'm using Peaches by MAC, and I'm making that little smiley face. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust away all that excess powder. So I'm using the Smith 112 brush to dust away the powder, and that's the same brush I use for my highlight as well. And then I go in with my Beauty Blender sponge just to get rid of any harsh like contour lines so it looks nice and clean. Now we're going to go ahead and finish off the brows. So I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil just to create the shape of my brows, use the spoolie and fill them in. And I also go back in with the Benefit Browsing Powder just to make the brows look a little darker and more defined. On my bottom lash line, I will be applying the eyeshadow Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange, and I'm using a definer brush to do so. Then I'm going to go in with a blending brush just to blend it out. Then I'm going to take the darkish eyeshadow, the dark brown shade from the same palette, and I'm just going to run that along the bottom lash line as well. Then I'll take the eyeshadow Primavera just to highlight the inner corner of the eyes, make them nice and bright. And then we're going to go ahead and apply lots and lots of mascara to the bottom lashes to add a little volume, just a tiny little bit of drama onto the lashes. And I'm just going to add a bit of that highlighter to the tip of my nose and right in between my brows as well. Now we're going to move on to probably my favorite thing ever. I'm obsessed with this lip shade. This is Brick House by ColouredRaine. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm obsessed with it. It's like the perfect brownish, orangish, I can't even describe it. It looks a little bit red in this scene, but it's really not. It's like a brownish orange shade, like brick color. I'm obsessed. I love it. And this is the completed look, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a big thumbs up if you do. Comment down below and let me know what you guys want to see next. I love you guys, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.